So my parents divorced when I was 8 or 10 years old, and from what I remember is that they would argue so much, especially when I would have a test around the corner. They would just be arguing, going back and forth. I had to see my mother cry. My father, he would be cursing and yelling, and just it just wasn't nice. It wasn't nice to see, and it wasn't nice to hear. But one of the things that I realized after my first relationship, when I was like 18 or 19, yeah, or 17, I think. Oh yeah, the relationship started at 17 and ended officially when I was 19. And one of the things I realized about myself after that relationship is I have some of my father traits and also my mother own. So my father, he cheated on my mom, but my mom, she stayed. She stayed because she was thinking about me and my sisters, and she stayed because she just gave him another chance. Every time he said sorry, she just kept on giving him chances and chances. So that's one of the traits that I realized in myself. My father, he was a little controlling. Um, like, he wouldn't really want my mom to have male friends, and he would want to look into my mom's phone and just see who she talking to or whatever. So that's one of the traits that I have had from my father. But I only realized it after my first relationship, and the second relationship that I got into. When that relationship was over, I realized it even more. And that's when I needed to change. Because in my first relationship, I got cheated on, but I still stayed because I thought that it would work. And I tried to control the situation after I got cheated on. I tried to control the situation. I tried to tell my ex who to talk to and who not to talk to. I wanted Facebook passwords. I wanted all of that. And when I look back now, it wasn't really, it's not nice. It's not a nice thing that I did. But at the same time, I'm glad it happened so that I was able to reflect and to change those things about myself. I remember in this other relationship, when it came down to the end, I got a voice note. It was a long voice note, but all I remember is the part of the voice note that stuck with me is the person saying that you need to heal. You need to heal before you get to anybody else. And that part, it it stuck with me. It stuck with me to the point that I had to really reflect on my actions and really needed to change, because if I didn't change the person that I am or that I was or whatever, if I didn't change, I would not be in a healthy relationship today. I would not I would be the same person that I was when I was 18 or 19. I would not be in a healthy relationship. But all I'm saying is that childhood trauma, if you don't deal with your childhood trauma, you will see it show up in your adult life. You will see it show up in your adult life in some way. At some point in time, it will show up. And some people, they just sweep it under the rug. They don't bother to reflect on the behavior that they are displaying. They don't bother to do none of those things to find out where did it come from. And then there's other people, they would reflect on their actions and they would try to figure out what went wrong and how can I fix this about myself. So I feel like it is really important to reflect. It is really, really, really important. And most of the time, everything comes back from childhood. It always go back there at some point. So this is why it is important to sit down or even go to therapy if you can afford it and just try to do better. Try to be better than your parents. No, I didn't come here to make my parents look bad or anything, but I just felt like sharing this because it is important. It is really, really, really important. So I am really glad that I took the time to get to know myself on a deeper level. I feel like I still have more of myself to learn, and it will be a lifetime thing because healing never stops until you die. So it will be a lifetime journey. But the main thing is looking back in your childhood to see what went wrong with certain relationships and to try to do better so that you could break that pattern so that you can be better than your parents. Because I know that I want to be better than mine. I want to be better than mine in every way possible. So this is why self-reflection is important.